Unlike what people often hear, like America's rivals saying the fifth-generation F-35 Lightning stealth fighter program is a failure and costly. But in reality, so far this program is bearing fruit for the US, while Russia is having to temporarily halt the Su-57 program for various reasons. The US is raising the total number of F-35s to over 500 before, and will quickly reach 700 aircraft in the near future, when Lockheed Martin said so far the total test flight hours, training flights and combat flights of F-35 fighters have reached 200,000 hours. Although the F-35 generation still has some bugs Lockheed Martin is fixing, this is the most worthwhile stealth fighter to buy in the world. In the US and allies, there are plans for over 3,000 F-35s in the coming years to replace old F-16, F-18 and other fighter jets. This is the fastest rate of fighter jet procurement in history, especially for expensive fighters like the F-35. This is also seen as the clearest answer to the negative information from competitors claiming the F-35 Lightning is a failed US weapons project. In addition, the media and analysts citing inaccurate comments have jointly fiercely attacked the Lightning program. The F-35 Lightning Stealth Fighter Generation 5 program is the largest research and weapons manufacturing project for the United States and allied countries since the Cold War. The F-35 Lightning is a common name for three different variant aircraft: F-35A, F-35B, and F-35C. The F-35A is a fighter jet that can take off and land like a normal fighter jet. This variant replaces the F-16. This is the most popular stealth fighter variant for US allies because its cost is quite suitable at around $80 million. The F-35B is a short takeoff and vertical landing variant that replaces the AV-8B. The cost of each F-35B is $101 million. The F-35C is the carrier-based variant that replaces the F-18 fighter. Its cost is $90.4 million. The F-35B and C variants are less popular because they are used for naval and marine forces. Turkey has been excluded from the F-35 program by the US because it bought Russia's S-400 air defense missile system. In the US and allies, there are plans for over 3,000 F-35s in the coming years to replace old F-16, F-18 and other fighter jets. This is the fastest fighter jet procurement rate in history, especially for expensive fighters like the F-35. This is also seen as the clearest answer to the negative information from competitors claiming the F-35 Lightning is a failed US weapons project. The F-35 and its variants are designed and manufactured by Lockheed Martin and other key contractors. Although it has become the world's most expensive and costly weapon, economic metrics alone cannot evaluate the F-35 because of its superior capabilities that have been clearly demonstrated in military operations. Firstly, regarding the stealth capabilities of the F-35, it claims to achieve good battlefield results. Specifically, F-35 fighters of Israel have been recorded many times successfully evading the dense air defenses of Syria without being detected. The F-35 has also been reported flying through Iranian airspace, orbiting above nuclear facilities protected directly by the S-300 system, leading to the Iranian air defense commander being dismissed afterwards. Lockheed Martin uses state-of-the-art painting lines to coat each F-35 with a stealth coating after assembly. The F-35 painting line is fully automated without direct human intervention to achieve perfection. Robots guided by lasers coat the F-35 with special radar-absorbing materials that help reduce radar cross-section. The manufacturer needs 3 days to apply the first coating to each F-35B despite it being only 15.4 m long with a wingspan of 10.7 m. However, there is a deadly weakness that researchers are trying to improve. This stealth coating wears out very quickly, only lasting one flight before needing reapplication. Especially when the aircraft reaches max speed of 1,216 kilometers per h. This admission suggests this could be the reason why the cost per F-35 flight is horrifically high, even just for training flights. Specifically, the above situation occurs because the specialized erosion-resistant coating that absorbs radar signals wears out quickly. So on the observation screens of air defense systems, the F-35 stealth fighter appears as clear as a Boeing 747 after just one flight. An F-35 reaches max speed of 1.6 Mach, equivalent to 1,930 kilometers per h. Its range is 2,200 kilometers and combat radius is 1,100 kilometers. The F-35 can carry about 8,000 kilograms of the most modern U.S. military ammunition such as air-to-air missiles, air-to-ground missiles, smart bombs, etc. that can attack beyond air defense range like JASSM, JSOW, and cruise missiles. This F-35 ammunition load is enough to handle most tasks in modern combat. In other cases, when stealth is not a priority, more missiles, bombs, and fuel tanks can be mounted on the 4 hardpoints under the wings and 2 wingtip positions of the F-35. On the wing hardpoints, air-to-air missiles are the AIM-9 Sidewinder, and air-to-ground missiles like the Storm Shadow and cruise missiles can be added. On the F-35, various bombs and missiles are stored in its belly, optimizing the aircraft's stealth rather than bulky external pylons. The aerodynamic shape allows minimizing drag to help the aircraft perform the most complex maneuvers. The bombs and missiles aligned along the aircraft centerline close to the center of gravity allow reducing moment of inertia and increasing angular roll rate. At subsonic speeds, the F-35 can perform 9G maneuvers in 1 second to evade enemy attacks when chased. The ability to perform extreme aerial maneuvers is also ensured by the F-35's short wings. The F-35 is the only variant equipped with a GAU-12 equalizer gun mounted in the fuselage. This 25mm cannon is developed from the 20mm M61 Vulcan cannon equipped on U.S. Air Force fighter jets. When researching, Lockheed's design engineers came up with achievements of modern aerodynamics to achieve what was clearly seemingly impossible. The F-35's fuselage has been calculated down to the last millimeter for maximum efficiency. All parts of the aircraft are calculated in detail to create optimal results. The side fuselage edges create airflow, generating maximum lift and stability. Another improvement makes the F-35 capable of firing upside down, unheard of for Russian fighters. The F-35 is equipped with a surface targeting and designation system instead of a wing-mounted pod system like 4th-generation aircraft. 8 tons of fuel and tanks inside the fuselage allow the F-35 to not need drop tanks. The F-35B variant, designed specifically for aircraft carriers, is an outstanding achievement in 5th-generation fighter manufacturing. Being able to take off and land vertically applied to a fighter jet is a seemingly impossible task. But the U.S. has done it, giving the U.S. Air Force superior advantage and presence anywhere in the world without needing traditional runways. In stealth mode, the F-35C can carry about 2.8 tons of weapons, all concealed inside the aircraft. However, when stealth is not needed, the F-35C can carry up to 10.5 tons of weapons, an extremely impressive number for a single-engine fighter jet that can carry 2 air-to-ground missiles and 2 900 kilograms bombs. With its superior capabilities, the F-35 has truly become the newest generation fighter, attracting many orders from allied countries with the U.S. The U.S. has now built a global maintenance center system so that when an F-35 component fails, it can be replaced by a readily available spare part, and the faulty unit sent to the depot center for repair. This is one of the great advantages making customers choose the F-35. Currently, a total of 68 centers have been built to ensure F-35 operations. 530 aircraft have been produced, but currently only 30 centers are operational, and only 11 are fully operational. Lockheed Martin and the F-35 Joint Program Office have strived to bring these centers to full capacity, with the figure of 64 expected by 2024, earlier than the planned 55. So after a long period of development, adjustments, and overcoming limitations and deficiencies, although there are still many bugs, F-35 operations have truly become the world's most advanced stealth fighter, with full advantages superior to rivals. In objective assessments of aerodynamics and technical flight capabilities, the field experts care about, the F-35 has almost no weaknesses in design. It is superior in electronics, communications equipment, and weapons systems over all current fighter jets. Moreover, the Americans pioneered stealth technology and understand through war experience that the F-35 would never be an easy target in close combat with any fighter jet in the world. On the contrary, with radar, large ammunition load, and super maneuverability, the F-35 can easily gain aerial dominance in all combat tactics. The final result only depends on the pilot's flying skills. It can be said the F-35 Lightning development program is a typical example of developing 5th-generation stealth fighters, laying the foundation for further developing new modernized versions based on supercruise and stealth technology. It is very difficult to witness the confrontation of these two formidable fighter lines, but in battlefields where advanced air forces clash like Asia and the Middle East, the F-35 is in reality the dominant air power that U.S. allied nations will possess in the not-too-distant future.